We haven't had a chance to talk of Landon Roberts nor the big offensive lineman we just signed in terms of Isaac Seyumalu with the Eagles, and then we obviously picked up.
That's a super big pickup.
Yeah, talk about it, man. Yeah.
Elite. He's a really good player. He's a good pass. He's a good pass protector. He does well in moving people. That to me, that anything off that, it sounds crazy, but it's almost like the Eagles O line is what Dallas was. Like that Eagles O line.
Ooh, good call.
It's elite. It's all dogs off that O line. So I think you'll see that get picked apart, moving forward. But I think that's a super pickup. I think that's the move of the summer so far.
Okay.
What do you think of the O-line configuration right now? Because we went heavy at guard this free agency. Because we picked up Nate Herbig, who was also part of that Eagles O-line, but was most recently with the Jets. And we gave him a 2-year, $8 million contract, 4 per year. But then we signed Isaac out of nowhere. Like no one was expecting that, but he got the $8 million per year. And then we also have Dotson. So like, how do you see all this playing out?
I think Isaac's the guy. He's going to come over and be the guy. I don't think he's going to give up on Dotson yet. I think Dotson's still, he's like one of them guys, like in a sense, who he is, he's always going to have a shot because he could be elite. Like his body type, who he is in terms of the maul and whatnot, he can be elite. I don't think they're just going to give up on them.
The thing that I wanted to ask you this though, man, I didn't mean to cut you off either, but with Dotson, because of all those things you're saying right now, elite, man, or has the potential to be that, the body type and all that, does that make him more trade bait, though?
He's definitely trade bait. I don't know if his value's up right now, but he's definitely trade baitable,
Yeah, because he's fourth.
That's actually a good one.
On the depth chart.
Because he's fourth one. Yeah, he's
James
fourth
Daniel, Isaac now, and then Herbig, then it'll be him for both guard spots.
I feel it. I hear you.
Because that was the thing for me.
Can he go to the other? Can he swing at all? Can he swing at all?
So he can, but the problem is this. All the dudes that we just signed can swing as well. So Isaac Seyumalu could play right guard, left guard. James Daniels, who we brought in last year and paid him money, he could play right guard, left guard. Mason Cole, who's starting at center, could play right guard, left guard. Nate Herbig, who we paying $4 million to be the backup, play right guard, left guard. Yeah.
But James is more naturally a center. That's who he is.
Yeah, but they're playing him at the right, though.
Yeah, but they might send him back home,
Yeah. But then you still got Mason Cole, who's paid, Isaac Seyumalu, who's getting 8 this year, and then Nate Herbig, who you just brought in this year, who's getting 4.
I mean, he wanted depth. You can tell he wanted depth. O-line was definitely the position of let's address. So I can see him just being on his coach Tomlin, like, let's get deep. Give me the best you can bring in here, and let's figure it out.
Yeah.
But I don't see it as trade bait. I don't.
Because he's good enough. But, he's good enough. But what is his value around the league? If you're a team that views him potentially, or you're saying my guard situation, right? Remember, we drafted Kendrick Green. Kendrick Green's still on the roster with 17 starts, a former third-round pick. Say there's a team out there who has a similar scenario where they're not in love with the person that they drafted a year or two ago, and you haven't paid him just yet. You got a chance to go get a Dotson on a rookie deal still, who could potentially come in here and beat that guy out and be your starter. That's the angle I kind of look at, but it's more so which team, how do you find in that? You said, what is it worth?
What are you giving up for that?
Nothing more than a 6. I say 5th at the best. Like if the team is starving, but 6th, 7th round because you don't got to pay it. It's still getting. It's a glorified 1,000 there right now.
Yeah, I don't think you take it for a 7th rounder though. I think you hold on and see what it does.
Okay. Oh, from the Steelers side. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, from the Steelers side. I'm just not giving you that for free as much as you think of it like that. Like, it's not going down like that. At the same time,
because he goes from a 3-year starter to what? Inactive? He's going to be sitting out there no helmet?
Over the night.
We ain't dressing them dudes like that. We already did it with Kendrick Green. He went from starting every game to street clothes.
Yeah, but he's still a high draft pick, too.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
I'm with TG. I don't think we're in a rush to trade Dotson because I think you want to see how it plays out rest of the offseason. You want to make sure your O-line's healthy. But then maybe as the regular season starts and you see how we're looking, everyone maintains health. If Dotson is still the 4th guy and he's not getting any playing time, maybe a team that's having some guard troubles, they got an injury or two, maybe you could do a trade or something at the trade deadline. His value will probably only go up as the season goes on, I would think.
that could be a training camp type one. You know, somebody go down.
Right.
From that could be one like that type. But I just don't see you trade. I think you always value big men who can move. Those are still high value people.
The big men that can move.
You can never really have too many big men that can move. Like that's really a high value position.
Yeah, I think it would have to be like a 4th or 5th round pick, team in a pinch, and they would give us something like that. Because you're right. I feel like you just keep him if it's a 6th or 7th.
Yeah, I don't think
depth's more important, especially as the season goes on.
It's still a big man that can move. You never know what happens.
So then, if you're Dotson, though, are you going to be okay with contract year? You go from being the starter every season into your contract year, essentially, and now you just sit and you're the inactive type.
But you don't know you're just sitting now,
bro. You think, I'm saying, but the thing is this, right? Outside of an injury happening, all things are pointing to $8 million being the starter, $4 million getting a helmet, and Dotson being the odd man out.
How much is Dotson getting though?
He was a 4th rounder. And this is the last year. The last year of that 4th. Let's see. Should be what?
That's what I mean. He's probably making.
He got that performance bonus.
The performance bonus is cool.
He's making a 1 or 2 type number. It's
but
not
TG,
like
let's talk about that performance bonus. That's not like the regular contract money that you seeing, though.
Yeah.
You
so everything based off. It's incentive based completely.
Yeah, you know that. How many snaps you played?
He's dead then.
Yeah, you're not getting that bag next year if sitting on the sideline.
But what you talking about? Like, are you okay with it? What else you gonna be?
Well, yeah. Does he force his hand?
I don't think he has a forcible hand. Not like that. I don't think he can make a lot of noise like that. Okay. Like you're not about to hold out. You're not gonna do that. Like you're not doing stuff like that.
True.
I think he's in one of them boats, like just a salty boat. Like you got to kind of deal with this. You know. Yeah. I think it's similar, not to be like this, but similar to a Mason boat. You know, you're not about to start, but you kind of got to deal with this. It's not a whole lot you can just do with that. You know.
Okay.
You agree? Yeah. You don't like that? Mason didn't complain and do all that last year. He kind of like came with a good attitude.
Yeah, at least Dotson could compete for the top backup. He could compete with Herbig. But that's what we thought was going to happen anyway before we signed Isaac.
I hear what y'all both are saying, but to me the difference is this. Mason has never been the starter multiple seasons and produced to the level that we've seen Dotson play to. Dotson has never been benched for his play. Dotson has been the starter.
So in his mind, he probably feel like he's the starter,
right? But the problem is, but this is my problem. You're not competing when you are not getting the 8 or the 4. That's the problem. Like you look on his spot rack right now, is jacked up because they put the player bonus on his current like deal for this year. So it says he's getting 2.7. He's not getting 2.7. That's the daggone bonus stuff. So when you're talking about can he actually compete, TG, you know how them politics go. Are you competing with a guy that's getting 8 mil or a guy that's getting 4 mil when you not getting 8 mil? No, that ain't no competition.
You know we got to play that.
Right. So for Dotson, you go from being the guy to, okay, I can compete with a Nate Herbig maybe in that 4 range to now I'm not even going to be starting.
I'm with you.
And it's in your contract year. You wait all year long to get to the contract. I got to get to, all right, second. All right, cool. I got some hot tape. Get to that third. I got some hot tape. Now it's time. And now they saying you ain't even going to be out there potentially.
I'm with you. But I just don't think you can get that attitude that it's kind of like, what are you going to do? I think you just got to compete.
Okay.
Yeah, you never know with injuries or whatnot.
Yeah, I just don't think you can quit before it happens. Like, I think you got the positive attitude. You know how that game. You got to come with that positive attitude.
Hey, man, smile, come to work, man.
Yeah, be happy to be in the building.
Hey, what do you say? You ain't got to be happy while you wait. Just work. Just work while you wait. You know how it go.
Just work while you wait.
Yep.
And they write till you don't write back. You know how it go.
Let's get it.